Welcome to MCRM Show. I'm your host, Micah. On today's episode, we have stand-up comedian Eric Nimmer, who's got a new stand-up special out right now called Send It, which is available on hugepianist.com. That's hugepianist.com, as in a piano. He's currently on tour with comedian Owen Benjamin, and we're going to jump right into the episode with Eric relaying some stories about life on the road with Owen Benjamin.
This is the comedy club, and I wanted to come here, so whatever. And we go, and I would troll the hell out of people in these lines. Like 100%, just walk up to somebody and be like, hey, what are your thoughts on black people? Just wondering. And then just walk up, like, it's and it's funny because people look crazier and more racist if you catch them off guard. I was like, oh no, it actually has nothing to do with the question I asked them. It's just asking such a gauche question just off the top. That is what makes people go, and I'm like, oh, they scare you? Is that what it is? You taking it back, and then you just go on the attack, and then you just walk away.
See, I think that's just the funniest type of comedy, whether it's like Sacha Baron Cohen trolling people, or or Jackass, or anything that's just, it's in your face, it's real, there's no script, it's just, let's see how people react to as crazy as I can be.
Let's see how they react if I said this. Like, how would you really feel if I did? And then, I love it. That's, like, of course, I know the written strictures of, like, comedy and whatnot, but the impromptu, let's just go, like, hell, there's 2 or 3 things in the special where you can hear somebody say something, and I go off of that, or I start messing with a guy. Like, I did something about deeper, or somebody said something about deeper or something, and I just did a riff off of it. I was just making up jokes as I was there. I end up halfway through the set saying I get to go on stage professionally and make fun of white people to white people and have white people love it. I'm living Martin Luther King's real dream. Because fuck y'all.
Oh,
and then
perfect.
They laugh hard. And it's like that, though. I was like, yeah, that just came to me. And it was just, all right, let's roll with it. If it works, it works.
Nice.
If not, it'll be awkward. And then I'll comment on that, and it'll be funny. Like, just be funny about, if you're okay with just being awkward, stand-up is the most fun thing in the world. So you probably want to tell your little bro he should be a stand-up comic.
Yeah. So when's the special coming out?
This week sometime. I think Owen sent me the final copy. The editors and everybody, they got the final copy. It's actually in my email right now. I'm supposed to be watching it.
Oh,
I watched right after to review, but it's done. We just got to put it out. I'm trying to think if I want to do the commentary track and combine it, so it'll be like you could watch the special and then right after it, it'll restart, but this time you hear me going over it with you.
Oh, that would be amazing. Like, I think
I'm thinking about doing that.
it's like Impractical Jokers. They'll have the behind the scenes thing right after the episode.
Oh yeah, and well, I was in Chicago. I was gonna say, one of the Impractical Jokers was at the show and kicked it with us.
Oh,
He's
perfect.
a good friend of Owen's.
Quinn, right?
Yeah, Q was dope. Real good guy. Cool guy. Real cool guy.
Nice. Is there any chance you guys?
I
I guess True TV might not. They probably wouldn't let you guys on there, would they?
They would let me on there. They wouldn't let.
Yeah.
Owen.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, no. It just depends on what he did. I think it'd be really funny. I met Owen via a comedy. Like, it's weird how much he used to be like a media darling, and now he's like this bad boy. But like, he was the sweetheart of. I met him on a Comedy Central Old Spice commercial set. Owen was the headlining comic playing cutesy songs, and it was like it was basically an Impractical Joker sketch that we didn't know we were involved on. And yeah.
So what was that? Like, you were in the audience, or?
So like, they got so one of the guys who really was running production, he's a local stand-up comic in Austin that actually he's not like he just lives or is in Austin. He's a national comic, like he's amazing, right? And he had seen me a few times. I think I was like 6 months in the comedy maybe, and they were looking for extras and people, and so he was like, I'll get some of the comics. And so it was me, some improv people, 2 of my stand-up friends, and we go, and the premise of the commercial was South by Southwest is huge music festival, right? Well, it's comedy, music, movies, a bunch of stuff. And we were at the festival, and you have to wait in line forever to go get in the venues. Like, what if while you're waiting in line, you got to put on headphones and you can hear stuff? And they were doing stand-up specials. And like, you hear a guy telling jokes, and it's like, all right, so we're gonna get some like B-roll footage of you guys. Just react to the jokes laugh along, don't laugh, do what you want to do, just naturally be here, we'll film it, enjoy yourselves. And you're like, all right, cool. And so we're sitting there and like do. And then you hear a piano start playing, and the guy starts like, we're standing in line, and he's making like these cutesy songs. And as it goes on, you hear him start to comment on shit he shouldn't know about. Like, the guy in the green jacket that's standing next to that girl, you look dumb. Yeah, I see you looking at that bike to your right. Like, I know, blah, blah, blah. Actually, holy shit, I gotta call Owen. That's really funny. I think he referenced me standing next to a bike in this.
Wait,
like 2 years
are you the guy that stole his bike?
That'd be before all of this stuff. I gotta go find that footage. But no, it aired on Comedy Central, and it was really funny. But then he comes out like as it's still playing because it's going directly to his mic. He comes out from behind us in the line, and then he starts singing the songs right in front of us, and everyone's like, "Oh shit! Like this is crazy!" And then he starts going and trying to play off of people's awkwardness, like touching their lips softly and like singing. And he came up to me and he rubbed the side of my face, and I rubbed his, and I was the one that didn't flinch. And so we ended up like sitting there just kind of ribbing, like, what? Like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, what's wrong with you? What's up? And it's weirder because I'm not tall and Owen's huge. Owen is almost exactly a foot taller than me. I think he's a half inch away from being an exact foot taller than me. So you see us doing this, like, and it's like, what the hell? We're like a yin and yang. It's weird. But, yeah, we hit it off after that, and then we probably had the craziest 12 hours I've ever had of meeting somebody.
That's awesome.
Like, the meeting Owen story is the weirdest thing. I can't think of any other time I've ever done that.
Nice.
Because him or Wyclef. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. So I heard the song, and was that something you performed on stage that was sampled in the Wyclef song, or how did that work?
I wrote it for that, and it's funny because the way that played out, like, shouts out to, like, Clef, but there was another part of it that was it was going to play out different. Like, I still think Double Dutch, go get it. Carnival 3 is still dope, but it was supposed to play out different. Like, so, I don't know if you're familiar with Clef, like, really, but he had gotten detained by the police, I think, in that January. We recorded it in March or April. Actually, no, it couldn't have been that. No. It had to be like late February, March is when, because that's when I met him, South by. And then we recorded in like April, May-ish. And so he had tweeted out that January, Martin Luther King Day, about something about like the equality of content and character and how all lives matter. He was quoting a Martin Luther King speech that said all lives matter. And so D.O. Hughley, a bunch of other people killed him for it. It's like, you sell out. What do you mean all lives matter? After he got detained, which Clef is about my size. I think he's a little taller than me, like maybe an inch or two taller than me. And he's bald and in a McLaren. And they thought he was some 6'4" dreadlock guy in a Camry, like a red Toyota that just robbed a 7-Eleven or something. It's like he's in like a $300,000 car. You think he can't even buy gas here. You think he was what the hell would he hear at I think it was a Sunoco. I gotta look at the story. But they had him in like handcuffs, and he goes, "My name is Wyclef Jean." And they were like, they took my Haitian bandana off my head because they said it might be gang related. It's like, one, that doesn't even make any damn sense gang related wise, because there's every color in the world, and that like you would never know what gang somebody's in if you went Haitian flag. Like I think gold, red, and blue are off the top. And it's like, yeah, L.A. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, it's too many gangs.
Yeah, like you can't do that. It's just not like Skittles. You can't just.
Yeah.
But so they do all that, and so D.O. Hughley killed him. Was like, oh, I bet you didn't think all lives matter when they had you in those handcuffs. And so the call that you heard me, like, I was going to be like, the song Double Dutch, he's explaining, like, everybody's running from the 5-0, blah, blah, blah. And he kind of explains the situation that he got caught in, but he's saying that everybody matters, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's because you also matter does not mean somebody does not matter. That, like, it's a very simple concept that I guess is inflammatory. I don't know why I keep with these controversial figures. It's a common sense shit that people don't like. But so he gets caught up. The call was gonna be that I had heard DL Hughley's like call or like his tweets and everything else about like, hey man, I heard what's this about all lives matter. You sell out. I can't believe you did. And I'm like going off, right?
Yeah.
What would I tell him? I was saying some crazy shit now. I still got the call somewhere. It makes me laugh. But and then the song plays, and then the other call was supposed to happen where it's basically like, oh, hey, big bro, I get the whole thing now. I didn't believe none of them. I was on your side this whole time. Blah, blah, blah. And then it ends with me begging for tickets like everybody does. Like, I'm sorry. I know. And the irony of that I never put together until now is that, like, I was doing that as, like, a parody. Like, I was Team Wyclef because Wyclef gave me the time of day. Like, that was dope. And then I found out he's that true blue of a guy regardless. Like, he's amazing as a person. Like, if he never sang again, or even if he never sang, period, and you met him, you'd be like, that was one of the best people I've ever met in my life. Like, he is a great guy. Gracious, humble, really nice guy. And then you meet Owen, and it's the same thing where it's like, oh, you did what? And social media went crazy, and you see so many people that just hit him up without knowing context or anything. Like, you racist, bigot, homophobe, Islam. I can't believe you're all right at. I can't believe you're a white supremacist and this. And I mean, I got called Uncle Tom and Coon and a bunch of other things. It's like, wait, what? And then when he survived it, and we're actually starting to come on that period now to where it's like, oh, it's fine. He's still here. Where people are like, hey, man, I didn't really mean it when I said all of that. And I was talking bad about your wife and your baby. I was kidding. Ha, ha, ha. Can I get tickets when you come to, like it comes full, and it's.
I saw that happened with his, the hashtag MeToo, pound MeToo joke. Now that's circulating on all the major meme pages on Instagram, you know, millions of followers. And now they're starting to credit him, and like the controversy's gone because now it's coming from other places. Like, that's so ridiculous. Now
it's like, wait, maybe when he did that joke, he was doing it in the same vein that he made this one in. And then, like, even when people click on me and they're like, Uncle Tom this, Uncle Tom that, and I was like, oh yeah, I started off a show with a white genocide joke just to see if I could.
Yeah, you might as well.
And they're like, oh, maybe he's not that much of a sellout. Like, maybe he's not.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip of you getting, or at least attempting to get a mostly white audience to do did you do a Black Power sign? Was that it?
Oh yeah!
Yeah, it's like Black Power, and trying to get all the white people to do it, and they're all just like sitting there like, are we allowed to do this? Dude, that was awesome.
That shit is hilarious.
That's great.
But like, that's just like, it's like, man, my favorite quote comes from a philosopher that like changed my life, but Mil Kieran, or Kieran, however you want to say it, Kieran. But it's in French, but in English it means, but I'm just a joker. And like, I mean, if you knew like the geopolitics of why he said it, he went to a Germanic conference while they were not the biggest fans of the French or the French language, and he was this big political philosopher, and he leans into the mic and says, I'm not gonna try to say it, but they kind of say, but I'm just a joker. But he says it in French to be even more tongue-in-cheek. Like, fuck you guys doing here? What's up? I'm just joking. And it's just the balls to do that. And be like, yeah, if I never claim to be anything else, then why are you mad? Why do you care? Just like when people are freaking out about Kanye West.
Yeah.
Why would you ever give a shit? Are you using him as your voting guide?
yeah, like that's your mistake if you've been taking like advice from Kanye. Like, he's all over the place. But that's why he's such a good musician. Like, he just free form, free thinking, always coming up with new ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing with his music, the repurposing of the soul beats and all the samples.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course he's going to be looking at different perspectives all the time. I mean, that's literally what he's done his whole career.
And everybody's like, oh, he's doing this because he's trying to market something. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The majority of his life is marketing.
Yeah.
He's married to the queen of marketing. He owns a clothing line that's all about marketing and like leaving your nipple out of an $800 shirt. And he has these shoes that are making people kill each other because of marketing. His music about like, what? Yeah. What do you mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Now, if you know he's doing that and you're still angry, that makes you stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
I mean,
like that. Yeah.
um, yeah, it was really funny seeing the reaction to what's it, lift your hands or whatever the new song. Yeah, the whoop diddy scoop, scoop diddy poop poop poop. It's like people that took that seriously. I was like, dude, that's the best troll I've ever seen. Like it was hilarious.
There's a guy named damn, what's his name? It's Roddy something, Roddy Todd or something on YouTube, where he does compilation videos of other people reacting, and like he does the funniest like compilation video, and that was one of them. And so you see like all these serious hip hop heads going, and they're like, lift yourself, and they're waiting for the beat, and they're like, all right, and then Kanye comes on, and where everybody's like, if this is serious, I'm disappointed. And it's like, wait, no, did you not hear before he starts that verse? Yeah. He goes, y'all hear this? Bars.
Yeah.
Best bars in the world. It's like, yeah, that's the setup to the joke.
That's what blew my mind that people didn't get it. He explains it before, and you're like, all right.
He raps with Jay all the time. You don't think he knows what bars are? He has some of the hardest bars I've ever heard when he wants to. And then he goes, scoop diddy poops.
Yeah.
and you see all these people like, what Kanye? And like they're wigging out. Oh, it's so funny. It's hilarious.
The best part too is, you know, he did that in like a day. He probably just went in and did it. And then it's so catchy too. Like the verse is catchy. It's terrible, but it's like it's in your head.
Well, and also, you know, like you get paid by the stream. Him releasing that and people going, this is dog shit. I'm going to make 10 people listen to it too. It's like, you guys, you're trying to hate him and do everything, just made him another million. Congrats. Yeah. Like, you idiot.
I saw, like, and that's a big thing with sort of the mumble rappers, like, whatever. I mean, or SoundCloud rappers, I guess, you know, and all, like, 6ix9ine. You know, like, his whole persona is to troll so people listen to his music.
I'm not going to lie to you. I got a theory that if Tekashi 6ix9ine makes it to 2019, I'm labeling him the hardest motherfucker in hip hop.
What?
I'm doing it. I'm labeling him the hardest one that's come out in a very long. Like him and Gucci are gonna be on the same level to me.
Because of how much he doesn't care, or like.
Because it's like, all right, all the things you can never play with and you can't do because they'll murder you for real.
Oh yeah.
If he does it all and he survives, like he right now reminds me of like a crazy ass teenager that was like in the zoo with his friends trying to show off, and they're like, I bet you won't jump over this fence and go pet that lion, and his dumbass does it and then smacks the lion in the mouth and sits there, and it's like, look, that was real dumb, and if it gets you killed, we can all go, yeah, that's why you don't do that. But if he walks back out as like a lion tamer, you got to go, oh, you one of the hardest people that's ever lived. Like, you have to go, like, there's, you don't do, like, I'm in Texas. The Prince family runs, like, they are the new Gotti family. Everybody knows, like, nah, man, you don't fuck with them. You know, he courtesy calls Diddy. And Diddy goes, oh, yeah, my bad, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, like, they don't fuck around down here. He trolled them, called them punk bitches in Texas, did all this stuff, and he's still walking around good. He went off on everybody in L.A. telling gangsters and shit, like, you ain't shit, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, because he's like,
I'm fuck all y'all.
Saying he's a blood and a crip and, like, all that.
Walking around, like, if you go to, like, Detroit and you do that shit and you walk away, like, he ain't doing this shit in Connecticut. Like, he's doing this where you're like, oh, if you survive all of this, part of me just has to go, all right, so be it.
It's pretty crazy. Did you see the was it in LA the fight video?
Yeah,
he's kind of just like running around and dude, one of those dudes that showed up, that dude in like the long sleeve white shirt, dude, that dude took like 5 guys by himself. I'm like,
oh yeah,
don't mess with guys like that. Like,
which first off, like, I know a lot of the reason that he's afforded this is because like I got people in New York and they were like, oh yeah, Treyway Bloods and all that stuff, like. they are not to be fucked with. Like, he'll be forever good if he never leaves New York. I was like, oh yeah, I agree. Thing is, he has to leave New York a lot.
Yeah.
He leaves New York all the time. And he usually only goes with like one or two people, and he's still walking away from all this shit like it ain't nothing. It's like, hey, look, man, that's impressive. And also, I think he'd be one of the hardest rappers ever if he pulls it off. He's also going to be directly responsible for a lot of kids getting killed trying to be like him.
Yeah, that's true.
And not in the right way. See, like, I think a lot of his protection also comes with the fact of everybody's watching him now. So it's like, it's very few times you could actually touch him without ending up on film, basically. Like the San Antonio guys, shout out to them. But they were like, oh, we're going to fuck him up when we know this. And they showed a video of them circling the airport looking for him. Mm-hmm. And so the cops came and pulled them over and caught them with guns and shit. And it was like, oh, yeah, we watch his social media too. So, haha.
Yeah, and with his look and everything, it's like anywhere he goes, everyone's going to know he's there, and they're going to be on the lookout, make sure if something goes down, they can intervene. Oh, yeah, but the original point I was making with, all the SoundCloud rappers and everybody, like, they got it right away with Kanye. Like, Lil Perp did his own remix within, like, a couple hours, it seemed. And, you know, he's on the beat, let's get it. You know, they say I'm not a lyricist, let's get it. It's like, like, they get it. It's just,
funny as hell.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like Lil Pump. Like, his whole thing is he's a terrible rapper. Like, that's the whole thing.
I don't think he knows that, though.
Yeah, he might not. Doesn't seem
I don't
too
think
bright.
he knows it, thinks it at all. And, I mean, if you have people telling you that, like, man, all that other shit is lame, you are the one. It's like, cool. I don't know anybody that was 16 or something that would hear something like that's Gucci Gang.
Yeah.
That's going to be like 15 years and be like, yeah, my bitch love doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. When you have like a 3-year-old, you think you're really going to be singing this and pumping it?
Yeah.
Like, no.
No.
But I do think that J. Cole really got in his head. Like when he was like, man, fuck J. Cole. And he was trying to do all these things. And then J. Cole made that verse about him. And he goes, oh, I didn't really mean to tug on Superman's cape like that.
Yeah, I don't think I heard that verse. Did you, Chris?
Oh, it's have you heard KOD, the new J. Cole album?
I haven't really heard much of it yet, no.
It's a track. It's the last track on there called 1985, and it's all he goes, "Come here, young man, sit down. Let me school you on some things." And he tells him like, "Don't ever stop touring, but I hope you know that while you're out here doing all this goofy shit, your fan base is gonna grow up and not want to hear this anymore. Your money's gonna dry up. So instead of doing all these dumb things and cars that are depreciating, I hope you buy you a house, young man." I hope that, like, the way he's talking to him, he's putting him on game, but at the same time, you can tell it's like tongue in cheek. Like, look here, little kid. Let me show you that I am way better at this than you. I will body you via giving you advice and make it a platinum hit. And as he's describing, he tells him, he goes, all right, or you can ignore me and just don't say nothing like, in 5 years when you end up on Love and Hip Hop. Boom. And he's like, ooh. And then Lil Pump, he was like, man, I don't care nothing about that. But then he bought a house the next day.
Yeah.
He bought like
He's like, that's actually some really sound advice.
Yeah, like he was like, no, man, that ain't got nothing to do with what J. Cole said. It was like, all right, cool, bro.
Yeah, I was planning that already.
Yeah, it's like, I bet you did, bro.
Oh,
cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Even though I don't know why the hell he would buy a $4.5 million house. That seems so unnecessary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's like 17.
Yeah, it's
like,
like
wrong.
Dude,
you could have bought 3 houses and flipped them. Like, it's a lot, just goofy. But I mean, I was making way worse and stupider decisions at that age. So big ups to him.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, at least he's like going hard at something. Like,
yeah,
putting stuff out all the time. But yeah,
I just pray to God he doesn't ever respond or react to Joyner Lucas going at him.
Oh yeah,
Joyner's a beast.
Yeah, I've heard a few of his songs. Yeah, not a lot, but a few. But lyrically, he's.
Have you heard any of his remixes, like where he takes other people's beats?
I haven't. No.
He reminds me of old school Lil Wayne. Hey, look, man, he ain't to be fucked with. Like on the mic, that dude is the truth. Truth. Yeah, I'm scared that one of these rappers are really gonna go at him and he's gonna eat somebody's soul. Reminds me of like when M was still in the soul eating business.
Yeah.
You're like, mentioned who? why would you do that to yourself? Like, it's gonna destroy you.
Yeah, what happened with Eminem? Is it because it seems now he's trying to be sort of like this mature, like voice of reason.
He's circling 50. What you expect?
Yeah, true.
Expect him to be Slim Shady talking about killing his baby mama still? Like, what do you expect? He's
Yeah.
50. But also, you can see he can still get down when he wants to. Him and Royce the 5'9" just came out with a song called Caterpillar, which is the hardest lyrical song of the year. So far, like, him and Royce going back and forth, my God.
I'll have to check that out, because I liked some of his new stuff that he put out. Like, that one with Ed Sheeran was all right, but I don't know. I'm not a big Ed Sheeran fan, though. He just steals everything.
The fact that Eminem's one of his harder songs with Ed Sheeran, like, I don't like it. But
it didn't sound right to even say it.
Like, you don't like Ed Sheeran? What?
I mean, he's all right, but
what?
It seems like all his hits sound like some other song that someone already put out.
I don't really care. Like musically, I think he's talented as hell,
yeah,
and I love that he does these hip hop cultures. But like, as a person, like his personality, he's definitely one of the white people that can come to the cookout. Like, he's dope. He's hilarious. Like, just a cool dude. Like, I don't know. I give him the benefit of that. Like, kind of like how I think Taylor Swift is probably talented musically. Her personality, I'm like, nah, I can never root for it now. Because one, all that bullshit you tried to pull with Kanye, and two, this Earth, Wind, and Fire nonsense, which I hate.
What was that?
I hate. You familiar with Earth, Wind, and Fire September?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She remade it and put a banjo in it and slowed it down. That's where I come from, what we call blasphemy. Like, I was like, oh yeah, like, you can get stoned for that for real. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What you ever do? Upset. Just upset. Like somebody trying to, like, say they're Michael and then bastardize the moonwalk. Like, you will get jumped. Like, this is not something we play with.
yeah, taking some. I mean, that's such a classic song. I mean, everybody's heard it, and
like,
then
it's like, you know what? This song needs a banjo. I should put my own spin on it. No. Stop it, Taylor. Stop it. Tay needs to sit her ass down.
I sometimes wonder if people are just doing this, like, on purpose. Like, any publicity is good publicity.
I think some do. I don't think she is. I mean, especially not the stars that are already, like, top of the world. Like,
That's
Kanye is known for doing that. But Taylor Swift, that's not her thing. She actually tries to avoid controversy and even lies about it to try to get out, like, I didn't tell Kanye I could be on that, like, to put my name in that song. And it was like, oh, they got a Skype call of y'all talking about it.
Oh,
so.
didn't they release that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like,
okay, he told you what was going to happen and he played it for you. But now you're acting like you're all offended and all this shit. Like, I hate this wave that we're on, that everybody rushes. Like, instead of being good at something, how can I piggyback off of creating somebody else's downfall?
Yeah, using them as like a step stool to get up yourself.
Yeah, and I think the model for it, which I don't, no fault of his own, because he didn't mean to do it at all, was Hannibal Buress.
Oh, for sure. Dude.
Like, he glowed up.
Yeah.
Like, 3 different levels because he took down Cosby by just saying something that apparently everybody in the industry knew.
That's
like how everybody knew the Louis C.K. thing. Like, I knew about this Louis thing. Like, I had heard about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't in comedy to know about the Cosby thing, but the Louis thing, and then when it broke, it was like, oh, I thought that was already kind of, no, all right, cool. Y'all are choosing to care about it now?
Damn,
that's what's up.
It was like over a decade ago, right?
Yeah. And I don't want to sound like I'm, like, not a feminist or something, so I won't say it, but it wasn't that bad. Like, what they say it, like,
yeah,
like, pulled out his dick and jacked off in front of us. It's like, I get you, that's unfortunate, but at worst, it's still just unfortunate. Like, I mean, like,
it's not Cosby level.
If the story is he stood by the door and he pulled his dick out, and I'm like, oh, this is about to go. Oh, that was it? That's the end of, like, that's usually the beginning of, like, oh, some foul shit's about to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, this is kind of unfortunate. It's like, if anything else, I would have made that into a bit on stage the next day. Like, Louis C.K. pulled out his little baby ginger dick, and it was weird. Like that.
Yeah.
You can get 20 minutes off of that.
Why is it that all the comedians and different people that seem to, like, take a hard turn, to the left politically, and they're the ones that always have something in the closet. Like, it seems like that happens a lot.
Because a lot of people usually have something crazy. Somebody has something crazy. Like, it's just, the thing is, if you don't take yourself that serious, you learn to confront your own demons or stare yourself in the mirror. When you start getting into the system and you have to, it's kind of like politicians.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to have something in the closet. But at the same time, it won't be that big a deal. It's only when you try to live this perfect, pristine life does it seem like that big a deal.
Yeah.
If this was who's kind of a known, like, not creep, but like a weirdo, like if Bob Saget got caught up with this, everybody would go, ew, but it's Bob Saget. Whatever.
Oh, it's like with Jim Norton, who's just so upfront about all his weird
shit.
Like
that. Like, they were like, oh yeah, Norton started jacking off into a plant.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, of course he did.
But that also sounds like, that sounds about right. That's...
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, with Hannibal, it's like people want to try to censor comedy and say, oh, there's certain things that are off limits and all this. If it wasn't for that stand-up bit, like, Cosby wouldn't have been convicted. Like, that's what's so crazy. It's like comedy's that realm where you can say, or should be able to say literally anything.
Up. Like a lot of stars had to fall, like, in a certain order for all of this to end up where it is now. Like, that's crazy. But the day I met Owen for South by, he had a show that night, and I went to the show with him, and Hannibal was on that. Like, I took a picture and I met him, and he was not enthused to meet me or see me at all. It was cool after we talked for a while, but like when we first, he was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And that was like, I very smartly at the time did not tell people I was a comic, because why would you?
If you're just starting out, yeah.
Well, I mean, even if you're just like, even if you're not, don't. Especially like to other comics, like unless you want them to like help you or it's like a setting for that, it's weird to just be like, hey, what's up, bro? I am too. Because now your whole conversation, they're gonna be thinking, you just want something from me, like you just want like blah blah blah. Like, I don't give a shit what you are, bro. I didn't ask you. Like, that's like, I would tell anybody else, no man, I'm doing law.
That's true. That's like you show up to a concert and you're like, yeah, dude, I play guitar too, man. It's like, oh, it's like, right on, dude. Get out of here.
Like, all right, cool, bro.
Yeah.
Sure you do. Like, I don't. Me too. And it's like, oh, this is not.
Yeah, nobody
Even though
cares.
I guess it's weird because at our shows we treat comics different. I'm like, oh really? Would it? Like, let's kick it. Owen and I are comedy, like, not even snobs. Like, we genuinely love comedy. Like, so, like, even during, like, we've seen each other's sets. I actually think Owen knows some of my jokes and I know some of his better than each other knows them. Like, I know when he messes up a beat on one of his and vice versa. We've seen each other so much. We still watch each other's sets. Like,
still we still into it.
Because I want to see how you're going to react to this crowd versus that one. And I got to go, like, personally, I find it fascinating to know, like, because part of being a good comic is you have to figure out and read the room as you're in the moment. You have to do, this goes here, this goes here. Lady in the third row didn't like that, but this guy really liked it. How can I bring, like, you're sitting there in this moment having a conversation with a few hundred people at the same time, and it gets weird. And then you can come off stage and, like, one of your good friends now has to go try to do the same game that you just did. And you get to watch them. Like, it's like the most intense version of Mario Kart you can imagine. Like, oh, I know about turn 3. I wonder how he gonna handle. I'm curious how they're gonna take this. Let's see how he does this. Or, like, let's go in here. Let's see if he gets tackled. Let's do. And I don't know. I think it helps, especially ever since me and him, like, became, like, good friends. So now it's like, I'll go troll him in the middle of his set. Just he started playing the Mike Tyson Punch Out Nigga Stole My Bike song.
Yeah.
And after I just berated them for not laughing. I was like, you better not laugh at that damn joke. And then he'll come out there and start playing it. And so I'll start walking from backstage behind him and, like, lean over to see. And he'll be like, and then and he looks, and then everybody in the crowd, like, dies laughing at him. So, and I, like, look at him like, you damn right. And then I'll, like, take a knee and, like, forever. Or once I told him to play the national anthem so I can go out there and just take a knee.
Oh, that's perfect.
Like, damn right. And then just walk.
That's got to be great, especially for people in the crowd who don't know you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They're just like, why is this guy doing this? Is this what's happening? Terrorist.
Oh, it's great. Like, people tell me I'm disloyal to the troops and stuff, and then Owen tells them, and they go, oh. I don't know how to react now. It's like, yeah, it's the point. Calm down.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Some jokes.
Yeah.
Does it really matter? Like, none of these things matter.
Some live action trolling.
Oh, I mean, that's the best kind. That's all comedy really is.
I mean, seeing especially Sacha Baron Cohen take that to like the
God.
perfect level. Like, I don't think you could do better than he did in Borat and Bruno. It's just
He's too. Borat was so good that I think it might have ruined people's lives for real.
Probably.
Because there's no way. Like, I would not be surprised if the government of Kazakhstan didn't put out a hit on him.
I heard at first
I would hate him.
At first they were upset, and then I think the tourism board decided to try and use it to get people to come to Kazakhstan.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing with the Book of Mormon. The Mormons started taking out ads in the playbill because it's like, hey,
like,
you're gonna make fun of us.
That's
yeah.
Only way you can do is roll with it. Like it's
Yeah.
and I would say Book of Mormon, they don't really poke fun at them. Like there's like a few jokes, but like it's never really at their expense. It's
Yeah.
nothing like disrespect. Like not like, hey, you know who's a dipshit? These guys,
Yeah.
dipshits in bike helmets. Like I have a bit that I need to work on that. We got these shows coming up. Actually,
You want to plug your shows before we jump off?
I was gonna say I should ask you. I'll ask you what part of the country you're in when we are off of this, so you can come to shows.
Yeah, for sure.
But awesome. Next one's we're going to we got Omaha next week. I'm tag along with him, and he doesn't even, like he knows it. People don't know it yet, but Omaha, Nebraska, May 24th. Really, I want to go just to kick with Owen's birthday. June 1st, 3rd, and 4th. I think we're in Seattle and Portland, respectively, or like I think we're there the 1st, then we go to Portland the 2nd, and then back to Seattle on the 4th. It's something weird, but like we're there for those 4 days and kicking it in Washington, so that'd be fun. Like you should do it. Special coming out this week, maybe tomorrow, yeah.
Awesome, looking forward to it. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No, it was great. We've been meaning to do this. Sorry, we both got busy at weird times. But
Yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to. Thanks.
No one's beside me. I'm feeling alone. Yeah, sitting on this red couch, wishing that someone would hit me on the phone. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to MCRM Show. Big shouts to Eric for a fun conversation. If you'd like to purchase his new special, it's only $5, and we have the link below, as well as the links to all of our social media pages, where you can like, subscribe, or leave some hate speech. I don't care. Thanks.
I love it.
Perfect.
Let's not even